Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Plague Inc. Evolved, the Windows version of the popular cell phone game, Early Access. We are now on the fast track to, from what I was saying we were in the third act now, and we're kind of, seems like the third act is going to be pretty fast. It won't affect today's episode in which we do the Golden Age scenario, but we have all, well, not all, but a lot of cheats have somehow become unlocked. The reason or rhyme for that is a little confusing because it said you had to beat all of them on Brutal, and I didn't beat all of them on Brutal. But I have Immune Strain, Hidden Strain, Unlocked Strain, Unlimited Strain, and Turbo Strain. Um, all unlocked. The only two that aren't unlocked are Shuffle Strain and Lucky Dip Strain, um, which have to be unlocked on Mega Brutal, and if it's anything like before, I probably don't have to do all of these on Mega Brutal even. So, uh, with the cheats unlocked, we're gonna pretty much guarantee a victory from now on every single thing, unless we find out that doesn't work for some reason. But that's all for the next episode, so stay tuned. Today we just do Golden Age on casual, so we can work our way down through the last few scenarios. We'll continue going back and forth and back and forth. But I think we're in the final stretch, or at least approaching the final stretch. So Golden Age, a global growth surge brings huge economic gains that primarily benefit the people at the bottom of the pyramid, improving the quality of life for billions. Healthcare and research is significantly improved worldwide. Can humanity be stopped? Ooh. Well, that's a bit of a challenge. Let's see. If I think I want to go with bioweapon, then might as well. Maybe that's the wrong one, but I'll go with bioweapon. If they're going to already be um, if they're gonna work and have improved research, I might as well just go with bioweapon and try and kill as many people as soon as possible. This might be a difficult one. Last time we had the disease of headbutt, so we're working our way to the top of the head from the tips of the toes in the names of our diseases. So now we are at the top of your head, so I'll just call it baldness. Yes, the terrible, terrible plague of baldness, which makes all your hair fall out, obviously. So, a little bit different here. This country is no longer a poor country, Southeast Asia. India is a rich country. India was always a rich country. Let's see, what's one of the poorest countries? Angola is still a poor country. East Africa is still a poor country, but Southeast Asia, not. It used to be. It normally is, so I'm gonna start there anyways, I guess. Or do I want to start? I mean, South Africa is a rich country now. Wow. It definitely is changing some things. I don't know how much that's really gonna affect the gameplay. Baldness starts in Southeast Asia. You know, it might be pretty cool if a disease that did nothing but cause baldness went around. People, I would miss hair, definitely, but if just all of humanity, both genders, male, female, genetically speaking. If everybody was bald, I mean, you're cutting a few minutes from bathing every time you have to bathe. You're eliminating lice completely, so that whole nightmare as a parent or as a child getting lice is gone. You're eliminating crabs also, which, by the way, actually we just let's see. Just to mention it, just because it's become fashionable in a lot of countries to have a more kempt, I guess pubic hair is the scientific term, yeah. Crabs have become significantly reduced lately. So if baldness occurred, they'd be out completely. And so that would be beneficial. Will it reduce the lethality back down to 0? Trying to get the infection up. It would save everybody a lot of money on haircuts. Guys in general spend very little on haircuts, and women in general spend quite a lot on hair cutting, coloring, styling, and preparation. They would certainly not be happy about it. I as a somewhat balding person myself, prematurely for my age, because of stress mostly, certainly am not happy about going bald. But man, if everybody went bald, then that social stigma would have to be tossed out the window pretty fast, and I could get over it. Let's see. Well, I guess I need the drug resistance really early, because even these regular countries are probably taking more drugs now that they're richer. Oh. If just saving shaving would do me so much of a favor. I hate having to shave, and it does not do well for my face because I'm probably very bad at it and often cut myself. And so just not having to shave would be an amazingly nice feature. See, that was one thing. There's not much I appreciate as being a very young child, but one thing that I do appreciate now was that you I guess this is probably the opposite for most people, but I appreciate now in retrospect not having hair under my arms as a young child, because at least to my perspective, I don't think I smelled as bad as I started to smell once I started puberty and growing hair under my arms. And having used deodorant, like little kids, they don't use deodorant, and that's something you can easily forget as you get older. Is that, oh yeah, I never had to do that until a certain point. See if I can get some more transmissions out. I'm not spreading this disease very far. Other facts about hair. We actually have roughly about the same amount of hair follicles as our ape cousins, such as gorillas, and the only difference is ours are very thin and light colored, and gorillas are very thick and dark colored. But it's when the count goes, what I've heard at least, is that it's about the same. Most animals rely on their fur for some form of warmth retention. A lot of times it's it acts as a good way to wick sweat off the skin. I think it does that. I could be wrong about that one. If all the animals went bald, I think they'd have a lot of trouble with it. A lot more than humans. I think humans are adapted so closely to being just a full alopecia, I believe is what it's called, just no hair anywhere type things. That we would be fine. We'd probably somewhat prosper from it. It would be just a social adjustment more than an actual environmental change. People might be colder, but they can always put on more clothes. That's the old saying, is that cold environments beat hot environments because you can always put on more clothes, but there's a certain level in which you can't take them off. Let's see. So I'm not sure which way I want to go. The lethality is going to start skyrocketing. We need more countries infected. We still have the Caribbean, Greenland, Iceland, and Madagascar, I believe. Or is that Morocco? No, Madagascar. Right, Madagascar. So, several target areas. Let's go ahead and cold that, I suppose. Seems like I'm infecting more than I'm killing. Which is good news. Let's see. I have cold, another cure resistance, cure hardening. Baldness Awareness Day. There we go, we got Greenland, that's good. As Iceland. As the Caribbean. They're at 1% to the cure. So, basically nowhere. The only country left is Morocco. Let's go ahead and reset the lethality. Why not? Or getting ready to activate the annihilate switch. Coughing symptom mutated. Let's go ahead and reset the lethality again. Why not? Baldness has been placed on the watch list. Doesn't matter. They only have 4% of the cure. Come on, Morocco. There we go. 5%. So just spread this disease. Seems to be having some trouble in what's with these countries, these rich countries that once were poor. These average countries that once were poor. I personally believe Africa should be a much richer country than it is, and part of that is due to outside interference in historical times, and part of that has led to inside interference now, where even their own internal order of governance isn't sufficient or helpful for the people. But for the amount of land and resources, rare earth minerals, Africa should be a very rich country in the continent, not country. Maybe it should be a country too. I mean, maybe they should be united. But there we go. We had necrosis pop up by itself, mutate. That is great news. So we can just go ahead and activate the annihilate gene now. There's nobody else that is what am I trying to say? Nobody else. Everyone's infected, so might as well start the annihilate gene. Throw more DNA into slowing down the search for the cure, just in case it takes a little longer than I think to kill all of them. I don't think it will. Watch those numbers grow. We'll come back here and do a genetic shuffle at 32 DNA. Alright, so a little genetic shuffle. Next one is 37. Little genetic shuffle. Next one is 42. Angola is anarchy. Doesn't matter, everybody's about to die. Just like that. Let's see. 34 DNA, 36. I don't think I'm gonna have enough for a genetic shuffle as we're getting rid of the last 50,000. Baldness set to destroy humanity. Honestly, I don't think baldness would ever cause heinous medical effects to humans. I think actually going bald would probably be a really good thing. It might cause some overheating issues and such. Hair follicles, I do believe, are where sweat comes from, so if we just lost the follicles completely, we might be really, really hot and get heat stroke a lot. But otherwise, I think baldness would probably be a beneficiary thing. So that was 581 days in which it took Baldness, the bioweapon, to kill everybody. That cure got to 21%. That was 47,728 points and 2 biohazards. So definitely at least felt that scenario of the Golden Age in which everybody was a little bit richer. I saw it actually affect some countries, but it didn't really change the game much. So not one of these scenarios where it didn't really change that much. But I would much rather have a scenario like this than one more playthrough through a standard game. Having to play through the standard games as much as we have has been a little bit too much. But I don't think we're going to have a problem with that anymore. Next time we're going to be playing as the bacteria with the cheats on. So immune strain, hidden strain, turbo strain, unlimited strain. Let's see. I'm gonna probably turn them all on. If you're gonna cheat, you might as well cheat big. Just check them all, and then mega brutal, where we will see if that works for us next time. So next time we start our mega brutal runs, and I hope that works and counts enough to unlock the rest of the cheats. If it doesn't count to unlock the cheats, then I've got to try the necrovirus and figure out if it works to unlocking gene modifications. If cheats don't allow you to unlock gene modifications, well then cheats are out the window and not any use to us. And we'll have to adjust our gameplay. But we'll do all of that in the next episode, because we are at the end of this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Any amount you donate will be greatly appreciated. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Google Plus or Steam or Battle.net, all the information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.